Alright guys, my day has officially been fucking ruined because I watched this guy's video on Alex Myers' situation about the Obsession movie review, and oh my god bro, like my brain fucking hurts. Okay, this shit is like fucking ridiculous. Okay, well I just first need to give you some context. Okay, this movie is about a social awkward guy who has a crush on a girl named Nikki. He wanted to like surprise her with a little gift. He buys her one wish willow, and then because he was like fucking pussy, he couldn't like give her that one wish willow when he was driving her home after some party, and then he just goes and pops that wish willow by himself. He pops that one wish willow and wishes for Nikki to loves him more than anyone else. Now he didn't thought that would work, and soon enough he realizes that actually worked, you know. And then he just is confused at Nikki's behavior because like immediately she just snaps, like something possesses her and she's a completely different person. But again, in the movie that was never like shown to bear that actually happened. He thinks that Nikki has like feelings for him, you know. And again, he is like completely surprised by her behavior, and he just kind of, you know, plays along with it, right? He doesn't know that real Nikki is being trapped by that like thing that possessed like Nikki, that's actually controlling her to love Bear. And like sometimes pass in a movie, and when they're on some party, he realizes that Nikki is being controlled by like something, because she like just starts smashing her head with a fucking bottle. Her head starts bleeding, and she says, I can't remember like what she says, like something like free me, or that's not me, or please help me, something like that, right? And up until that, Bear like kind of didn't know that Nikki was trapped by that like thing. And after that, you can see that he is like kind of piece of shit, because he doesn't like immediately start helping her. He just let that like play along, right? Because that you know, he's benefiting from it, right? And again, in one hand that's the reason, and the other hand there's like a thing that this guy, like, you know, he just doesn't want that to stop, and he doesn't want other people to know that he actually like he actually popped the one wish willow. And that's why Nikki is obsessed with him, I guess, you know. And when that became an inconvenience for him, because okay, Nikki is becoming like really hard to fucking control, and he just, you know, he starts losing the control of the situation. Then he wants to make things right, but up until that point he was like completely fine with it. And the argument online is, and this guy also makes that argument, that Bear knew that all along, when if you watch the movie, he didn't know that. He know that he popped the one wish willow, he wished for Nikki to love him, and he thinks that's what's going on, that Nikki has that feeling for him. He doesn't know that Nikki is being controlled by something, and then that he like is responsible for that, right? That Nikki is actually like suffering, quote unquote. And they're saying, oh, he rapes her because this, because that. No, he just thinks in his mind, you know. And that was like shown in the movie multiple times. In his mind, he thinks that Nikki really has those feelings for him. He never like thinks that she's being controlled by something else, and that's not her free will. And like after he realizes that, he he tries to fix that, to correct that, but that never like happens pretty much. um Again, I don't want to spoil the movie too much. If you haven't seen it by now, like, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, and again, he makes the argument that Alex Myers, he hates women because he like kind of defends a bear. But not really. You know, he says that he's like kind of okay dude in the first half of the movie, and like later he like is revealed that he's like real villain of the movie, and he never like defends him. He just points out that he's socially awkward. In first half of the movie, he didn't know what's going on. Alex also makes like jokes about like Nikki and Sarah in the movie, and for some reason he's like misogynist and he hates movie. he hates women's. Okay, man, like I don't get it. No, I really don't get it. Like, how can you come up with these conclusions? But fine, that if that's his like view, I'm not gonna like try to deny it, right? You can have your opinion. You're entitled to it, right? Even though it's wrong, but fine, whatever. So yeah, do I think that Alex is woman hater? No. He like goes and dissect the movie piece by piece, and he like talks about things in the movie as they're happening. You know, he's not like talking about the movie knowing how it ends. He's talking about a movie in that specific moment. Like, if you want to watch the movie and know what's happening in the whole movie, this is the way to like present it to someone. You go piece by piece, you know. You're not going like talking about the movie while constantly spoiling the end. That's not how you review a movie. You go piece by piece, and then like when you finish the whole thing, you make a conclusion like, oh, this will like this, that, whatever, right? And then you can say like Bear was a bad guy because he didn't like took action when he should have. He wasn't honest with others when he should have. He just started like talking to people about that when it became an inconvenience for him. Before that, he just didn't give a fuck, right? So this is my take. I don't think that Alex is in any like way, shape or form hating or like women or anyone else. But yeah, I just don't understand his logic to say like Alex hates women, Alex is bad guy, because he reviewed the movie and he kinda defended Bear. I mean, let's be fair, he didn't defend him, he just said his character's this and that, right? He says like people are giving Bear way too much shit because they're not looking the movie like piece by piece. In the first half, like he didn't know what's going on. People just saw the end of the movie. They know that Bear like later realized that, and they're like thinking that Bear knew that all along, which is not the case. But yeah, I just get fucking blood pressure watching this guy's horrible take. 20 minutes of my life just fucking ruined. So yeah, don't go and watch the movie. I'm just kidding. Go watch the movie. Don't go and watch the video. It's shit.